Hello and welcome. We're here to talk today about Reiki. I'm Maria-Pilar Gonzalez, and I'm a certified hypnotherapist, a Reiki master, a stress management consultant.
And I'm Dr. Justin Newman. I'm a doctor of holistic medicine, a Reiki master, and a professional wellness coach. And we've been collaborating for over 20 years, combining both hypnotherapy and acupuncture. And Reiki has been a great bridge for us to work from.
And so Reiki, we have an upcoming class for Reiki 1, and we'll continue with Reiki 2 and 3. But today we wanted to bring to you what Reiki really does or help us with. Many are not aware what Reiki really is useful for. And to begin with, Reiki is really using energy, universal energy, to aid all living things, even things we're not aware are living, like, well, plants we know we're living, but everything in our environment is living. So we can help everything have more energy and therefore improve, get better, heal.
And it's one way to connect both with the world that you're in and on levels that are maybe very subtle. Developing not just the ability to work with the world around you on the level of energy, but to develop simultaneously your intuition and insight that enables you to communicate on levels, as I mentioned, that maybe are very subtle, you're unaware of. And intuition comes in handy in many ways, suffice it to say.
Yes, and that reminds me, I was doing Reiki on someone in my house, and it was my daughter-in-law. She had just been with us shortly, and one of my cats was not that familiar with her, and she was a little more shy as far as the cat is concerned. And one day as I'm doing Reiki on my daughter-in-law, suddenly my cat comes over, jumps in her lap. And my daughter-in-law was surprised because she hadn't really quite come to her that easily. And she sat on her lap all throughout the whole entire time I was doing the Reiki. We didn't call her, but to me it was kind of very obvious that she felt it.
I've heard it can be very soothing for
Yes.
animals, pets.
Mm-hmm.
Very soothing, and for plants too, by the way.
Yes, I've done with my animals. I have had the cats and dogs, and I've done it, and it's amazing. I did Reiki for a cat that we had picked up from someone to help her through her pregnancy and deliver the babies, and then they went back home. And while she was in labor, it was the first time I had a cat having babies at my house. My daughter was on the computer looking up, and I started doing Reiki. And during that week, I had already done some Reiki, and the babies would start moving in her tummy while I was doing that. And then the day of the birth, as she was going through it, I would do that, we would pet her, and then my daughter was like, no, we're supposed to leave him alone. And as we would leave her alone, she would call us back.
Wow.
So she definitely had connected, and she had been with us only 6 days, and
Wow.
she connected with us instantly.
Well, of course, there are many ways that you might also work with your pets or animals and connect with nature on many levels, and with your fellow human beings. We've seen many examples of Reiki also here in the center that we've been working with. I think off the top of my head, there was one client that I've been seeing who had come in with fibroids, uterine fibroids, and we did acupuncture for a little while, and ultrasound was confirming there really wasn't a lot of change. But when we started to use Reiki, the fibroids in fact did disappear or absorb back into the body, confirmed with ultrasound. So Reiki was the only thing different that we'd done, and after a couple of sessions, the fibroids were gone.
Yeah. And I think that I mentioned the animals because they don't speak and you don't tell them what you're doing. So if they feel it,
Sure,
you know,
there's no
feels
placebo
like,
there.
yeah, exactly. So obviously with humans, they can give you feedback right then and there. I mean, I've used it with my children, my granddaughters, and I teach them that if you do this, and then you have energy and you can feel it. So that's the energy, I think that's a great example to know what we're talking about. So when we do Reiki and we don't touch the person we're doing Reiki with, but you're doing it at a distance, but the energy is there. And also, I think it's important to understand that it is not your own energy you're giving.
Oh yes, exactly. Everything is energy. The whole creation, universe, everything is energy in one phase or another. And it's true. I've tried to describe as in the best way when we're working with Reiki that we are facilitating or a conduit that's helping to allow energy to pass or move maybe more smoothly. If it's stuck in its circulation, it can be unblocked. So pain relief,
Yeah.
people are undergoing Reiki, they feel more comfortable as a client, they have less pain.
Yeah.
This is some immediate feedback that we get from clients. It's pretty typical.
Yeah, it's certainly, they can feel the energy. It's like, ooh, I feel how the person is relaxing. And of course, if you're lacking energy, then your body can't regenerate as easily. So when we aid that, then obviously any recuperation is quicker, easier, faster. It's like a lamp, right? The electricity comes from the wall and goes to the bulb, and the cord is what connects. And so we're kind of doing that, right?
Interesting.
So we can give the light bulb or the other person or whoever we're administering Reiki to, to light up that bulb and give it more energy. And we're just the conduit, from the universe through to the other person.
Yeah, where energy is abundant. It's everywhere.
Exactly.
It is everything. And being that we practice in a holistic, with a holistic framework, we're working on both the physical, but emotional, mental, behavioral, social, various levels. So whenever somebody is challenged with symptoms, we've found that energy is stuck somehow.
Yeah.
And without even understanding the origins, we can assist the body, as you were saying, to move that energy and to relieve symptoms of whatever kind they may be, whatever, from insomnia to cancer. Not proposing that we cure, the energy is doing its work, but people always feel relief with whatever medical concern or health concern they have.
It certainly helps them do whatever the body knows already it needs to be doing. And of course, there could be a treatment by a medical doctor. It's still doing okay. It may just actually help whatever procedure is being done with it.
Plus, it includes not just a connection with energy and that moment between the practitioner and the client, but also helps to increase the level of awareness that you, as a if you were a client, have regarding your own mind and feelings and body, and how those parts of you relate to each other. And it's something I think that makes our workshop so special, is that we can bring in mind and body and energy, and we put it all together. Quite unique,
Yeah,
I would say.
and with all the different techniques as a hypnotherapist and as a holistic practitioner and acupuncture, it plays right into it. And so the workshops, that's why they're so interesting, because we put into all of these different aspects of it. And you, as either the student who wants to learn this, you can really tap into that. As a client, they understand that you become more attuned and in contact with your own relationship to the universe and to our higher self. Now we're going a little deeper, but that is really what it's all about. And I think it's a great experience if you know how to use it, one, or even as a client, if you want to experience it. We're here to help you.
Yeah, please get in touch with us for more. You can always contact us through the office or message us directly. Our contact information is available on this page. So reach out anytime with questions or feedback.
Yeah, feel free. We'll be happy to speak with you, explain further, and if you have questions or comments, we're here. Thank you.
Yeah.